Welcome back to Surprise Radio. I am your host, Surprise, and I'm glad to be back. I'm excited to bring you some new music, and I thought that what better way to start the year off and start my new season of Surprise Radio than to bring you another second helping. That's right, I've featured all of these artists before, and I'm excited to bring you another single from them. Some really good content is in this video, so get ready to have some fun. And one thing I wanted to mention is I haven't always given Spotify info or the link, and I only just found the follower info on Spotify. So I will be giving that info on every video going forward, starting with this video. And we're going to kick things off this week with Ekoh. The last song I featured by him was a little bit older. This is a much newer song. This is basically a tribute to 2020. Anybody that dealt with last year knows that it wasn't a good year. It especially wasn't a good year for music artists and people trying to make, a living with art and things like that. Things where concerts and cons and things like that, it was very difficult for people living that life. So not only that, but anybody that enjoyed nerd culture, going to see nerdy movies or just movies in general, this was just one of the things that affected those people a little bit more than the rest of us. So this song is a little bit of a tribute to that and just a really fun, good song. I really enjoyed this, and I really love that in the middle of it he touches on Chadwick Boseman a little bit, touches on a lot of things that happened last year, and it's just a really good song. Now, Ekoh has 466,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, but only 56,000 followers. So if you enjoy this, find his Spotify page. It is linked below. Make sure to follow him. Check out the rest of his stuff. He's really talented, a really good guy. He supports fans using his music for streaming and for other content with his consent, and preferably with being tagged and shouted out. He just wants all good people to succeed, no matter what field they're in, whether it be the music business, whether it be streamers or content creators or artists or any of that. He wants everyone good to succeed. So I hope you enjoy Ekoh with Real Bad.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna explain this one to people in the future, but at least we made it to the end, I guess.
Yo, this year sucked big, ain't no way around it. World pandemic, all the superheroes grounded, and everybody's sick, and all the movies pushed to 21. So in the meantime, I'ma try and have some fun, yo. I'm doing kung fu, hanging with Shang-Chi, LeBron, Mix, or Jordan. Yeah, I'm getting my 10 rings. I've been blinged out, and all this winning getting tedious. Music is eternal, and I make it with some deviants, mixing the ingredients. Read, I'm a genius, a Tony Stark mural on the wall that I'm graffitiing. And I'm just trying to quarantine with Mary Jane and Gwen until the Falcon and Winter Soldier was dropping in. I used to roll in a hoopty, now it's a Benz on metallic head turner. I called it a Silver Surfer, ooh. But back to Spider-Man, I hope we get that Spider-Verse. Like Toby and Andrew are dope, but give us Miles first. Yeah, I said depends hardcore. An Endgame, I called Taika doing Thor 4. And we ain't even gonna get that shit till 22. The same time as Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange 2. Ooh, what about Doom? Too soon, don't bring it up, it hurts. This the worst timeline of any multiverse. I wish that I could go reverse. I hop in that DeLorean and use some PIM particles to change the way the story's been. I'm sick of ordinance, not looking forward to shit. Jared Leto's not my Joker, but I wanted Morbius shit. I'm going Beatrix Kiddo, but instead of Kill Bill, I'm just killing beats till Black Widow drops. Writing bops, chilling in the same room, making hella noise, but wish I had a quiet place too. They've even got Michael Myers in a death grip. Spooked him in the next year, at least he's got a mask shit. And James Bond, no time to die, how ironic. The Daniel Craig would die of old age before it's dropping. Ain't no stopping, everybody on a full send lately, feeling like the whole world's gone crazy. And I'll be counting down the seconds to the last days. 2020 real quick, ayy, fuck you. Cause it was real while it lasted, real bad. Now put a finger up if you feel that shit. I miss shows and my friends hanging backstage. The whole year just controls the undo. Cause it was bad while it lasted, real facts. I can't believe we made it through that. Yo, rest in peace Chadwick, so young it's tragic. Love to the king and his family, man, I can't imagine keeping cancer under wraps so no one never sees it. You never know what someone's dealing with behind the scenes, yeah. And that's a lesson, make sure to count your blessings. Ain't no second chances, wait, Zack Snyder's an exception. Oh damn, you thought that I'd leave DC out? I'm ready for the Snyder Cut when we can end the drought. Nominee Gal Gadot, throwing on a golden suit, whipping through some lightning, partying like 1984. Yo, and I don't know if you've been capping, but are we ever actually gonna get to Black Adam I'm acting like I'm Tyrone Biggums, put my faith in the rock. I wanna see Pete Davidson and Suicide Squad. Oh God, Pattinson, riddle me this, ayy. Why you give a teaser when it's 16 months away? That's okay, I'm taking what I'm given. The whole theme of 2020 been what? Pivot. Home fitness, support your local business. Stop listening to all these shady politicians, yeah. Cause at the end of the day, we're missing entertainment. And the news should never be the substitute that it's replaced with, right? At least we got the Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, Tony Hawk's reboot, true. And look at the bright side, music has been at its best. Homie, just listen to what all these artists can do when they're finally getting some rest. Yeah, stuck in the head, stuck in the bed, but everyone thinking the touring is dead. And when I can finally get back in the road, I don't know if I'll ever come back, yeah. To anyone who lost a loved one, condolences. To health workers on the front lines, you're the shit. We gon' make it out, and if the world doesn't end, I'm celebrating this year's birthday again. And I'll be counting down the seconds to the last days. 2020 real quick, ayy, fuck you. Cause it was real while it lasted, real bad. Now put a finger up if you feel that shit. I miss shows and my friends hanging backstage. The whole year just controls the undo. Cause it was bad while it lasted, real facts. I can't believe we made it through that.
That was Ekoh with Real Bad. Up next, we have one of my favorite bands that I've found doing this. It is Flying Jacob. This one is called To Our Corporate Fathers. This is a tribute to anybody that's ever had any kind of job. I mean, most of us have had a job and most of us have had a crappy job. Some people get lucky and they get handed a great opportunity from the get-go, and that's good for them. That's all fine and dandy, but for the most of us, we have to make our living on our own and bust our butts, and this is to all of us that have had to do that. This is actually the first single from their first full-length album. The last song that I featured was actually their second single. The pandemic has put a damper on new material from them, but they are working on it. Flying Jacob has a very small following right now. They only have 73 monthly Spotify listeners. Not 73,000, not 7,300, 73. And they have 243 followers. So that goes to show that the people that do listen to them really love them, and they're just really excited to get some new music by them. The song was released in August of 2018. This is Flying Jacob with To Our Corporate Fathers.
Keep the fires
was To Our Corporate Fathers by Flying Jacob. Up next, we have Brave Weather with White Claw. The song was released in October of 2020. They only have 2 songs on YouTube and on Spotify right now, but that has not kept them from amassing a following of 3,100 on Spotify with 5,900 monthly listeners. They remind me of my friends in high school that always made everything lowercase. And this is another band that was hampered by the pandemic, but they're hoping to have some new material this year. They're also hoping to put out some more tours and some more live music, just as much as humanly possible. They want to get out there and put their name out there, and I think that they're an extremely talented band that everybody needs to pay attention to. This is Brave Weather with White Claw.
Tell me what you think about. Tell me if you see it when you toss and turn. You're talking in your sleep. Tell me what you've done. There's nothing left to think about. There's nothing we can do without trust. I have to be the only one. Are you ever gonna say you've had enough? We both know better. Tell me what you want instead of us, and we'll both be better off. 'Cause you're never gonna say I'm worth it, but you brave the weather. We made it this far, might as well kiss and tell, let it get the best of us.
That was Brave Weather with White Claw, and I told you there was some really good music on this feature. Speaking of good music, up next we have CrazyEightyEight. Lauren Babick has shown that she has one of the most amazing voices in rock and roll right now. From the covers that she does, to the Christmas song that she did that I featured, to her ability to scream, to sing, to do all of it, she is very talented. And I find it funny that she was able to find a home in this band where the guitar player was actually a guy that did mostly parody type songs or videos. The bass line of this reminds me just a little bit of Blue by Nirvana. This is one of the newer singles from Burning Alive, but it was released in late November of 2018, basically the last day of November, so it was the last thing they released in 2018, almost a year and a half ago. No, a little over 2 years ago, excuse me. They do have almost 94,000 monthly listeners and 38,000 followers on Spotify, so they definitely have a following. But if you like them, go and increase the follower amount. Seems like when they recorded this song, somebody asked them, "What kind of music do you want to hear?" And they said, yes. This has a mix of everything. It has some screaming, it has some singing, it has a little bit of Deftones vibe with the heavy song, with the melodic singing, and just a little bit of everything. I really enjoy this song. I'm glad I found it, and I hope you do too. This is CrazyEightyEight with Nitroglycerin. That was Nitroglycerin by CrazyEightyEight. All one word, CrazyEightyEight, in case you're trying to search for them or anything like that. To close things out today, we're going to feature a song by Damnation. Now, it was between this and a Fox Lake song as to which one I was going to feature, but the more I listened to them, the more I decided I not only liked this song better, but I also liked the video better. So, Damnation won. And be on the lookout for a possible collab with JC from A Light Divided in the near future. They have 60,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, but only 3,100 followers. So if you enjoy this music, like I said before, make sure to go and follow them on Spotify, find them, support them. This is Damnation with Left Behind. That was Left Behind by Damnation. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I've really liked all of these songs that I featured today, so I'm really excited for you to check these out. As I always say, make sure if you like the artists and the music to support them as much as possible. Recently I put my money where my mouth was and I bought some Flying Jacob merch and a CD. I hope that you can do the same and find some of these bands' merch pages or music pages, even if you just buy it on Apple Music, or just give them a follow or a subscribe on YouTube or Spotify. Anything you can do to help support these artists so they continue to make music is very important to the music industry. We won't continue to get new music without supporting them. As always, I am your host, Surprise, and until next time,
have a good one.